Are you looking to appear more favorably in Google search results, leading in more visitors to your site? Well, other than creating an engaging title tag and meta description, there's only one other thing you can do that gives most business owners the creeps. That's Schema Markup. In this video today, I'm going to simplify Schema Markup for you so you can easily add it to your web pages to instantly improve click-through rate and traffic. So what is it? It's just a code that goes on your website that will explain to the search engines what is on the page, essentially giving more context to your page, such as logos, authors, business, type of service, etc. The most simple one is your logo, because it appears at the top left of every page, so you'd want to identify in the code that it is your website. So what's the point of it all? If it's only in the code and only the search engine and people inspecting your code can see it, well, Schema Markup has been around for over a decade and it is still a must for those wanting to squeeze the most out of their pages. This schema will drastically improve the appearance of your search result listing because they now understand the data that they previously didn't. We're talking average review rating, number of reviews, the pricing for your products, and much more. If you sell a product, instead of just a blue link, it might now have a product image, reviews, and pricing. Well, you're obviously going to beat your competitor who doesn't almost every time. That is what we call rich results, which are enhanced, visually appealing, and more detailed versions of the standard search results. These enhancements help listings stand out, increasing click-through rates. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to add Schema Markup to your website without needing a coding degree or fancy skills. Let's jump into it. Now here we are on schema.org, where you can find out all the information about structured data, what it is, and more information if you really want to go into depth into it. Now we can see here it's founded by all the search engines, and it has really all the schemas that your world desires, really. There are so many. Apparently there's hundreds of different types of schemas, but some are specifically related to service businesses. So as you can see here, place, local business, restaurant, product, offer, review, aggregate rating. All these apply to businesses, local businesses. So we're not gonna do the work of trying to really isolate which ones are the best for every single page. We're gonna ask ChatGPT which ones are actually the best. Now, before we do that, let's just quickly show you what it looks like. We've typed in hot water heater replacement Melbourne. Let's go down to a listing and show you. So here you go, the first listing, the organic listing. This is Schema Markup. So we've got a rating, we've got the number, the average rating, the number, free delivery, 7-day return. So we've got more information about what the business actually is and offers that are involved in it. Look at it, how miserable this one looks compared to that. Now, we can't knock this business because Google decides arbitrarily when they add it in or not. So maybe this business has Schema Markup, but for some reason, these guys have been chosen with the schema, because this one also has some schema, but not the same as this. So most of the time, this business is going to win out. So let's do that for your business. I've used an example, my article, SEO for Electricians, the ultimate 2026 guide for more jobs. Read that if you are an electrician. Now, it was uploaded last year. So how do we add it in without going into the backend? Well, it's really simple. If you're not using Elementor, and you're using WordPress, you can just go into where the text is and just switch it to the code variant where it switches over, and then you add in the code there. For people with other kind of page builders and stuff like that, you just find the HTML snippet that and you basically just add it in, because it doesn't show, so you just can add it right here. It doesn't even matter. Now we're going to go to ChatGPT now and ask it for which schemas are important for this article. Go to where the text is, go to the code, copy the code of that this is the whole article. Go back. What are the best types of schema for this article? Whoops. And we're going to copy the whole thing in like that. It's going to think for a little while and it will come up with a few options. There's not like we don't, it's not like you're putting 100 different schemas in here. We are putting a couple of schemas. We might just use one as an example. So it's suggested here the blog posting as the first one, which is what I would have thought. It's actually suggested quite a few frequently asked. If we have there isn't frequently asked questions on there. That I don't believe Schema uses them in searches anymore. All right, now we're just going to ask it to create this one. Create the template for the blog posting schema using the most essential elements with correct formatting. Something like that. Now let's get it to create it. And it should only take a second. Beautiful. URL. Okay. So now that we've got this, we can essentially use this across all our articles. We can see here the context, the type is blog posting. This is the web page. Canonical URL. Heading. It tells you here everything. Yes. So one thing to note before you add it in, you might run into an error. Here, you'll want to change this into the format. So you'll have to change it into ISO dates. That's it. I've spelled it wrong, but it doesn't matter. Cool. We're going to copy this now. We're going to go here. We're going to go back to this little snippet. We're going to add it in and we're going to run through exactly what you need to do here. Blog posting, web page. So what's the URL? We're going to go to the blog. That's the URL. Where are we at? Here. We're going to copy. We're going to change this ID. ID is the URL. Boom. It goes straight in. The description is this. So we're going to copy whatever your meta description is, put it there. We're going to change this one to that. Get rid of the extra full stop. The image, I believe that's the featured image, is it not? Main featured image URL. This is it. So we're going to go here and we're going to click on it. We're going to go open image in a new tab. We've got it right there. Beautiful. We're going to change this one. Change it over. Person. So author name is me, obviously. Madison Tallarico. We're going to go organization, which is Madison Tallarico Consulting. That is the organization. Then the image object, this is your logo. So beautiful. We actually have already got that saved. So right click on your logo and find what the image link is. Go back to it. Change that. Bam. Now this is all right up to here. This T part, that's the ISO part. Change that to whatever dates that was. So it was the 4th month of, it's in different layout to Australians, but that's fine. So it should be 02. This one will be 01 because I did modify it today. So we're going to add that in, the 28th of January 2026. And this should be perfect. It really should, from what I'm seeing. Get rid of an extra line. We're going to publish. Okay. Now, what do we do to check if this actually worked? Well, there is actually great ways to do that. And there are 2 ways that you should always use. Right here, we go to this website, which will be in the description. So you can check it. We've got schema.org's validator, and then we've also got Google's rich results test. We're going to go to the Schema Markup validator first. we're going to go to our page. We're going to just refresh it. Do that. Copy it. Sorry, where are we at here? We're here. We're going to put the URL in and we're going to run a test. It's going to be a short time before we get some results here. Beautiful. There's one item for article and one item for blog posting, and the whole thing will be there with all our information. It's separated them into two. Beautiful. There you go. Okay, now we're going to go back and we're going to check it in rich results test, because this sometimes will come up with some errors. Even though it is submitted through and it's all good, it does sometimes come up with critical errors. All right, there we go. So we've come in and we can see here that it has detected, it's crawled, and it's come up with 2 valid items detected, non-critical issues detected. Let's find out what they are. There's one non-critical issue, your article headline. Okay, so it's missing the URL. So we're just going to ask it in the schema. It's missing the author URL. Where is it? It's here. So I actually need to add it here. We're going to copy that. We're going to go, whoop, there's me. We're going to go back to, where? Under your name. We're going to add it right here under author. And I do in fact have an about page, which is right here. Copy link address. Go back, do this. And this is great that this actually did come up, so you can see how you are going to debug it if it doesn't really work. We're going to go like that. What we need to do is we need to go back here. We need to add a comma right here. We're going to publish that now. It should be 100% perfect now. Let's go check. All right, so there you have it. As you can see there, it's been crawled successfully and 2 valid detected schemas right there. And there are no issues at all. So if we go back and look at the ChatGPT from before, you'll see that there were multiple different suggestions for schema you can add. Now, what you can do is, if you really want to perfect it to that level, you can go in and add all of those schemas. There probably isn't much benefit in terms of time, and the value that you get to adding more than 2 or 3 schemas, depending on what type of pages, of course, but it can take quite a bit of time when you have to do this for a lot of pages, so people automate it. Now, I think that this has been a perfect example of what you can do. Now, you can get such greater results with your click-through if you follow this method and start getting a handle on Schema Markup. So once you've got the hang of that, you can go to all your service pages and add local business schema that is relevant to your business. There you have it. It's really that simple. No need to become an expert in coding. You can do all this yourself with the right prompts. If you start doing this now, you'll be way ahead of your competitors and receive more clicks for your listings. If you enjoyed the video, you'll certainly enjoy this one as well. See you in the next video.